Hey guys, it's Nicola here, founder of 444 Life Skills and Networking. Unless you've been living under a rock for the past few weeks, you'll know that we're in quite a serious time at the moment with coronavirus and everything that's just been going on in the world at the moment. I basically just wanted to take this time to kind of bring everything back down to earth. It's been very scary. Every time you turn on the TV, there's an announcement or, the news is just, it's very heavy. It's very heavy and it's very depressing. And I feel like what's happened off the back of that is we've taken on this situation in a worldly form. We've taken it on quite heavily. Instead of really thinking about, what does this time mean specifically for us as individuals? There's loads of people losing jobs and there's loads of people who had plans that have not gone ahead. And, for all of us, it means something different. And what I wanted to kind of focus on today and tap into is, what does this time mean for you? And the general consensus is, oh, I can't wait to get out of here. I can't wait to get back to normality, but there are a lot of people who were not actually happy with their normality. 2 weeks ago, they were complaining that they hate their job and, they didn't feel motivated to get up in the morning. And now that's what they're sort of desperate to get back to. And what I want to do is kind of take the focus away from let's escape from this and let's get back to normality, and sort of focus on actually how can you utilize this time to best benefit you. And it's going to take some soul searching, it's going to take some reflection, but actually I think that now is the best time to figure out where we stand in life. So there are a number of things that have been affected. Say for example, you've lost your job. Do you really mind? Like, okay, you've lost your income, but was that job what you wanted to do? Were you waking up really happy in the morning to go ahead and to do that job? Were you going in on a Monday depressed and celebrating on a Friday because it's Friday and I've got 2 days off from this horrid place? And if that resonates with you and that was you, then actually it could have been a blessing that you've been let go from your job more so than a disappointment. Take this time to reflect on what it is that you should be doing. What are you passionate about? Has your purpose been revealed to you? And if so, what is that? And what can you now do to walk in your purpose or go ahead and live in your passion effectively? Obviously, there are limited resources at the moment. There's limited opportunities out there at the moment. And I can't see that getting much better in the foreseeable future. But where there is a will, there is a way. And my faith, and more on a religious point of view, is that, we were all sent here with a purpose. And no matter what the circumstances, we are going to be able to fulfill our purpose, irrespective of what happens, irrespective of the knockbacks in life, etc. So I can only encourage you to just not take this on. Don't take this on. Look for the silver lining and look for other ways that you can continue to have income come in during this difficult time. Sell some things. I mean, I've been using Depop recently, and it is really good. And you realize actually one man's trash really is another man's treasure. There are things that have literally been sitting in my closet for 3 years that I haven't used or used once. And it sells, or someone messages or purchases and, oh my gosh, I love this, I've been looking for something like this, and you've made a bit of money and they've got now the product of their dreams or the product that they've been actually really keen to get hold of. So look for other means, look for other measures, do things that you wouldn't normally do. This is the time where pride cannot be a priority. If you have to go and the dustbins are still being emptied once a week. There are retail jobs out there, and we all started at the age of 16 or 18 or however old you were in retail, and the goal was to escape it and I just want to get out of here. But actually, if that's what you have to step back to for the short term just to keep your income coming in, do it. You know, Tesco's are open, Sainsbury's are open, Asda's are open, Marks and Spencer's are open. And not only are they open, but they're in high demand as well. I have seen a few things floating about that they have vacancies and, you know, job positions available in their establishments. So don't be too proud to pick up a job that, you know, maybe was not as desirable previously. These are really serious times. I watched a video of a guy the other day who's got 3 businesses, and he's just refurbished his restaurant, which was due to open in April this year. Of course, because of coronavirus, he can't open it. And now his 3 businesses, all 3 businesses, he no longer has any income from them. And he's picked up a job delivering parcels. And that is the spirit and the thought process of a real entrepreneur, and someone who in the grand scheme of things will become, you know, very successful. And this is a small portion of your greater story. You know, you look at people like Nipsey, for example, who's super inspirational. He went to jail and literally came out and became who he was and left an amazing legacy behind. Someone like Steve Harvey, you know, there was a point in his life where he was sleeping in his car, and look at where he is now in life. So they are what seem like major issues at the moment. They're minor setbacks for a major comeback. So I would definitely encourage you, if you are in a financial situation at the moment and you do need to take up something that isn't so desirable, just go ahead and do it. You know, you are you can't worry about what other people are thinking. If you're not, but actually this has been a time for you to kind of think about what's been going on and just reflect on your day-to-day. Think about what you're passionate about. Think about what your purpose is and how you can kind of tap into that and bring that to life, or at least brainstorm, or, you know, there are certain things that you can be doing right now to invest in your later self. So if this time is, you know, your job is still secure, but actually you've realized, oh my gosh, you know, maybe life isn't as long as I thought it would be. I want to go ahead and actually do something with my life and make sure that I'm happy when I wake up in the morning, and that I'm, you know, motivated and willing to go and do what it is I'm leaving the house to do. Now is the time for you to start looking into that. Make a plan. I would say make a plan for what it is that you want to go ahead and do moving forward from now. Even if it is continuing to live the way you were living prior to quarantine, make a plan, implement something else. Do you want to lose weight? What is your goals? Vision boards. I have a friend who ran a vision board class and actually has a video. I'll try and link it somehow. But has a video on how to create vision boards and sort of manifesting your dreams. And that's really important. Just do something that, you know, you feel like is adding to yourself as opposed to being a sitting duck. In saying that, I will say that, you know, I've been seeing all these memes about, oh, use this time to work on your business plan, and if you come out of here the same way you were when you came in, you know, what have you been doing? And it's really no one's position to say that. As the purpose of this video is that this is an independent journey for us all. And there are some people who have been working their asses off for the last 6 to 12 months, 24 months, haven't had any holidays, you know, don't party on the weekends, barely had any rest. And actually this might be their time that God's just saying, sit down, have a break, chill, watch Netflix, eat snacks. You know, there are people who do deserve this break and this opportunity to just relax and have peace of mind. So don't feel under any pressure to do what the internet's telling you to do, or to do what everyone else is doing. Dig deep into what this time specifically means for you. You know, there's weddings that have been cancelled, or weddings that were due to go ahead that are not going to be able to go ahead. And even in that aspect, you know, only you know your relationship, only you know what God's telling you to do, and you know, if what you're doing is the right thing, or if it feels right, if this is a sign, if this isn't a sign. I've seen memes about that too, that if you were supposed to get married and it's been cancelled, maybe this is a sign. Actually, on a serious note, maybe it is a sign. And that's not necessarily to say it's a sign that you shouldn't be getting married or that you shouldn't be with the person you're with, but is now the right time to do that. I used to watch a program called Black Love, and that had multiple couples, married couples who have been together from 2 years to like 50 years. And there was one couple on that show, and they were due to sorry, I keep wiping my eyes because for some reason it's watering. And it ain't the Rona. I'm sure that's not a symptom. No, I'm joking. I watched on that program once. There was a couple, lovely couple, and they were due to get married. They had planned a destination wedding, but things weren't going right in their relationship leading up to the wedding. And they said that they felt like, God had told them, take a beat, this wedding is not supposed to go ahead. So sorry, I just don't know what's wrong with my eye. They said they felt like God was telling them to take a beat, you're not supposed, they just knew that they weren't supposed to be getting married at that time. The invites were out, the wedding was in a couple of weeks, if I remember correctly, and actually they listened to what God had said and they cancelled the entire wedding. It was a destination wedding, they're from the US, and they cancelled the entire wedding. And something like that it can be embarrassing if you're bringing pride into the situation. It can be embarrassing. You don't want to have to answer all the questions or be privy to the speculation about what's going on in your relationship, but God really knows best. And a year after that, they had done some work on themselves, some work on their relationship. They then got married a year after that, and I think, if I remember correctly, they've been married for like 12 years now, and they're still together. So sometimes it's just timing. Everything is about timing. So really look into this situation that we're in right now and seek the positives in it. If you don't know what it is you want to do, or you don't know what this time means for you, and you're lost, because we've all been there, it just feels like you're alone and it's quiet and you're just thinking, oh my gosh, like, what am I supposed to be doing? What is the purpose of my life? Seek inspiration, watch inspirational programs, listen to inspirational speeches, podcasts, read books. There's a couple of books that I've been reading. So here's a few books that I've been reading that I would recommend to you. You've got The Keys by DJ Khaled. This book is brilliant because I feel like a lot of us, especially my generation, a lot of us, look up to people like DJ Khaled, Diddy, Nas, whoever it may be, and this is his story to great success. And it almost feels like you're speaking to him and he's giving you advice on some things that you have to do. At one point in his journey, he had to move back to his mum's house because the situation wasn't going the way that he wanted it to go. And that is the journey to success. Sometimes, that's what you'd have to do. And look at where he is now. I would like to quarantine in his house. Michelle Obama, Becoming. This is a brilliant book. Haven't finished it yet. But this is her journey and her story. I think we all know Michelle Obama, unless you live under a rock. If you do, let me know where that rock is. Sometimes I could do with a bit of peace. The Secret. This book is brilliant. This book will change your life. It is just about the art of thinking, manifestation, and what you put out into the universe and the benefits that you will reap from it. This book will literally change your life. It changes your way of thinking. It's a brilliant book by Rhonda Byrne, I think that is. And Rich Dad Poor Dad. This book is fantastic as well. And actually, in these times, this financial situation that we're going through at the moment, this is definitely a book that you should invest in. This changes your way of thinking. This will change your way of life. And similarly, this is a phenomenal book that you should definitely invest in. That will change your spending habits. Maybe less of the Gucci Louis and more of the property. But yeah, no, it talks about assets and liabilities, and it completely breaks down financial literacy for you, and will change the way that you deal with your money and how you make money, etc. And that even, you know, moving out, if you do have a property and, you know, your finances are not the same, or, you know, now is the time actually that you just want to have as much money as possible, because the only thing that can help you in a, you know, potential or pending recession is money. So it might be the time for you to look at renting out your property and getting a flatmate, or moving in with a parent, or, you know, whatever it might be to help you get any extra income in your pocket. Now is the time to look at doing that. All I can say is to just be intentional. Whatever this time means to you, I would just say be intentional. If this time means that you're supposed to rest, you know, you need to sit down, make sure you rest. Make sure you use this time to relax and recuperate for when normality resumes and you're back out there grinding. If you've been putting in work for the past 6 to 12 to 24 months and you haven't stopped, and this is your time to sit down, sit down. If actually this is a time to look into yourself, to do some self-reflection, to try and figure out, you know, what's your next move. Use this time to really sit down and figure out what your next move is. If you're confused, if you need inspiration, seek inspiration. If you need motivation, follow motivational people on social media. Seek motivation. And make sure that you're just surrounding yourself with the right people. Check in on your loved ones, but also just make sure you're still having these positive and motivating conversations with your friends, with your family, with your colleagues, whoever it might be. So just use this time to be intentional, stay safe, stay home, and I'll be back with some more content soon. Thanks for watching.